Okay, first of all, I am so excited. I don't even know what to do with myself. I already filmed today. I filmed my Blends Bunny Surge palette. Look what's fire, look what's bangy. And literally I was on the phone with my father. No, well, actually it started a little bit earlier. I was on FaceTime or Marco Poloing Kara and Yadi from Yadi Beauty and Beauty and the Friends. And Kara was like, oh my God, look, oh my God. And it was her Pat McGrath package. Now remember, it's just Saturday. What is it? Today is the 25th. This palette launched on the 23rd. She does live in Maryland, so she lives really close to the distribution center, just like Morgan Turner, because you know she got her palette like basically within a day. And then I was like, oh my God. So that inspired me to check my mail, and my Kaleidos package did come. I just got like a build your own lipstick kit from the Poison Apple collection. And then I was on the phone with my father, and now it's like 7:30 my time. And my doorbell rings, and my doorbell is connected, like, you know, the intercom system for my building is connected to my cell phone. And the guy's like UPS. And I was like, okay, so I buzz him, but you know, it's 7:30. I live in Chicago, so it's dark outside. So I was like, let me just go make upstairs and make sure it's really UPS. Like I ain't let no stranger into the building talking about he UPS, but he not. And I see the truck, but he walks around to the wrong side. And so I wait for him to come back. And I was like, did you get into the other side? Because I knew he didn't, because the way the building's set up. And he was like, no, but are you McFarland? I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh. So he went back over to the other side of the building and brought my package to me. It was my package. Oh my God. Like, y'all, let me say, if she's just going to be sending pallets out with no shipping confirmation, I'm here for it. If it's going to come this fast. Because let me tell you, I was hoping I would get my pallet by like Monday, Tuesday, and that would be pretty fast. But the fact that baby, she just sending stuff out. She just dropping stuff off at people's porches like she is Santa Claus. And I am here for that. Happy holidays to us. Christmas has come early. I am excited. I have a little bit of coffee, because prior to this I was drinking some Underwood Brute Bubbles wine in the can, and it was good. But I was like, look, I need to, I'm setting my filming stuff right back up, and I'm getting to work. So boom. She's here! Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So as you can see, I'm quite excited because I received my palette in the mail very quickly. Now, you guys did just witness me do a watch before you buy video on this whole holiday collection. At the time, I did not know that it was going to be broken up. I started speculating after my video went up because I was like, it looks like just the palette is going to be available. And I like that because, you know, you get to kind of plan your purchases out. You don't have to make all of a purchase at once, and it gives the palette a time to shine. So if you are new to this channel, welcome. If you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy. I love makeup. I love Pat McGrath makeup. Eyeshadow is my jam. Please just call me Ash or Ashley. So like I said, I was just so elated when UPS showed up with the Celestial Odyssey palette. It is gorgeous. It is weighty, and I'm going to open it. It does have a magnetic closure like the one from last year. And once you open it on the inside, this is what it looks like. And I'm so happy that this right here is, oh, well, let's not get in the shadow. Okay. Well, I can't figure it out. So this right here is actually lacquer, and it just gives that experience like how you have with the 6-pan palettes or even your big motherships or some of the quads. So I really, really like that. You have 18 gorgeous shades. You have several different finishes. We have satin mattes. We have 24 dual chrome carrot sparkle shades. We have our foil metallics. We have one shade that's actually more of an iridescent shade, which is this one right here, but it's actually really beautiful. As you'll see later, it's not actually very iridescent at all. It has some pigment to it. So there are only 4 shades in this palette that are actually repeats. I did discuss that in my video. So the 4 shades that are actually repeats, you have Rose Venus, Rose Venus is right here. This shade was actually an idol. Then you also have the shade that is called Corrupt Copper. That is an also a repeat shade that was an idol as well. Bronze Eclipse right here can be found in Mothership 6, which is Midnight Sun. And then we do have one more that is actually called Lotus Lux, and this was in the Golden Opulence palette that has that red 6-pan, that red packaging that's all red. So this is the gorgeous palette. It retails for $78. You do have a luxe mirror right here. I did not take my sticker off. And then on the back of the palette, you do have a sticker with the names of the shadows on it, and at the top it says Pat McGrath. I'm so excited, I can't even read. At the top you have Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey. It's an artistry palette, and the total net weight of the palette is 19.8 grams or 0.69 ounces. It says it is distributed by Pat McGrath Cosmetics out of New York, New York, and that the palette was made in the United States of America, and it has some important ingredients, so pretty much like the same as this one right here. And once you open it, the palette is good for 12 months, but you keep your makeup in a cool, dry area. I've had my Pat McGrath palettes for years and they are literally fine. So like I did mention before, this palette retails for $78, which I think is just a wonderful price point to get a product by Pat McGrath to experience her eyeshadows at a reduced price point, even though $78 is expensive. This is actually the unit carton of the packaging right here, and it's the same thing, but it actually goes in depth with the ingredients and it just kind of pulls out and on the side. This particular packaging I have not kept when it came to like the Celestial Divinity, and I probably won't keep this either because you do have the design right here. And this one, as you can see, is like I said, because it has the lacquer, it's the same size, but in terms of thickness, Celestial Odyssey is definitely thicker. Well, and then this one is a hair about a centimeter taller as well. But I like that you have that lacquer in there. It just gives that great experience when you're thinking about Pat McGrath Labs. Now, the palette did release on Thursday the 23rd. Today is Saturday the 25th. Honey, I mean, it was just like the launch went smooth. It looks like there's still palettes available. I was able to use the code MEGA10 to save 10% off. The shipping was free. And I got an order confirmation immediately, but I had no shipping confirmation. I did not know that this was coming. It literally just showed up on the doorstep at 7:30 at night, like I say multiple times, and on a Saturday. And I was like, bust out the camera, stop what you're doing. You got to go ahead and film. So I have 3 looks for you today with this palette, and I'm going to have some final thoughts. Let's go ahead and jump into some swatches real quick and then roll into the looks. All right, so first up, we have the shade that is Saturn Sunset. This is a velvet matte. And then we have Rose Venus. Rose Venus is a foiled metallic. This is also one of the repeat shades that I mentioned. And then we have Gold Galaxy. Gold Galaxy is also a foil metallic. Next up, we have the shade Noir Moon, which is actually an iridescent sparkle. Look at that. See what I mean? That has plenty of pigment in there for being iridescent. And this is actually Bronze Nova, which is known as a 24 duochrome sparkle. Oh my gosh, I see that in there now. This is like actually my first time swatching a palette. I just went straight in and started playing. And then we have Nocturne, and Nocturne is actually a velvet matte. Oh my gosh, that Bronze Nova is gorgeous. Next up, we have Galactic Glow. Galactic Glow right here, which is also described as a sateen shimmer. And then we have Sunrose Amber, which is a velvet matte. And then we also have Lotus Lux, which is a foiled metallic. Next, we have Lunar Haze, which is a foiled metallic. We have Electrique, which is our last matte. That's a velvet matte. And then we have Heavenly Body, which is a 24 karat duochrome. Our last row, because I was on such a gangster lean, we got Bronze Eclipse. This one was also a repeat shade. This is a foil metallic. We have Solar Flare, which is a sateen shimmer. And then we have Nirvana, which is described as a foil metallic. Look at Nirvana, like, come on. Last but not least, we have Corrupt Copper, which is a foil metallic. And then we have Palladium, which is also a foil metallic. And then we have Citrine Envy, which is a 24 karat dual chrome sparkle. So those are the swatches. All right, so y'all know the drill. The eyebrows are filled in using my Goof Proof pencil, shade 3.75. I went in with my Juvia's Place primer, which is the Eye Prep Eye Prime in shade number 2. Let's go ahead and get started. Because you already know I'm super excited. Okay, I just have to pop in real quick and say that I am so here for this shade Nirvana. I can't remember the name of the type of formulation at the moment. I have to look. But this shade is amazing. And look how well it's laying down. And this is the Sonia G Worker Pro. This is usually a brush I would use with mattes, not with shimmer shades at all, but it is laying down like a dream. All right, I'm back, and here are the first two looks. Like, gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh. So I used the shade Nirvana in the inner corner, and that was the shade that you heard me just like come in, make an interjection about. And I'm looking at Tintalia, which is Christine's blog. And so, okay, Nirvana is characterized as a foil metallic, and it is just stunning. Like, oh my goodness. Like, it laid down like a dream. I had no issues with it. And then I popped in with a little bit of, let's see, that would be Nor Moon. Okay, so the names are on the back, but it's Nor Moon. And that one is characterized actually as an iridescent sparkle, which is here, but it's not iridescent. Like, you have a lot of pigment to it. It is gorgeous because I don't tend to like iridescent shades because it's like, what am I supposed to do with this? But it was gorgeous, and I even went ahead and deepened up the crease with that particular shade so you could just give more emphasis on like what was going on with the shape of the eye in between the transition with the shade that is called Saturn Sunset, which is, I believe the names are, let's see. Ooh. Are they inverted? Shut the front freaking door. Yes, they are inverted. So this is Nirvana. Okay. So the names on the back are like inverted. So I know this is Nirvana, but it would be like reading basically this side. I hate that about palettes. Okay, so that is Nirvana, and then the shade that I went in with at the top, I know that's Nor Moon because clearly. And then what did I go in with? I went in with Lotus Luxe. That was gorgeous as well. Now Lotus Luxe, that particular shade, let's see, she is a foil metallic, and that is actually from Golden Opulence, but I don't remember it being that cute and Golden Opulence, like, to tell the truth. I think it is like definitely a more foiled metallic. It's a lot creamier. I remember it being more hard pressed. I'll have to pull it out and look and see. And then the shades that I had in the corner, then the inner corner on this eye, which is Palladium. Oh my gosh, Palladium is gorgeous, more of a cool tone gold. And then I actually went in with the shade over here, which would be, I guess, Galactic Glow. I'm like, Galactic Glow is gorgeous as well. So all of the shades performed so well. Saturn Sunset was amazing. Yeah, because Saturn Sunset right here. Because, yeah, this would be Nocturne. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I can't stand when the names are, like, inverted. It's too much, especially when I'm trying to tell you guys. Or just remember from my own, you know, when I'm digging through my Pat McGrath history. But these looks are gorgeous. I love how they look. Face details will be down below. Everything was Pat McGrath except for my foundation because I'm working on panning this. And, so far, so good. Everything just applied. Just like you would expect Pat McGrath shadows to apply.
Oh my mate, hey, you made a permanent home in my head. You moving like a goddess, come my way, my way, my way. Your hips on the move, only a real one can do what you do. I caught a body, but you was the shooter. Damn. Shot me down one time. Now you wanna hug me down long time. Funny how the love can change sometimes. So we say, hey, pack up a bago. I'm pulling up on you. Let me show you my world. Oh. She told me that I make her feel alive. I can see the goodness in your eyes. We can take a trip, just you and I. You got it. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. lleno contigo, ma. Te beso bien suave en el limón, ma. Te quiero con vino, limón, no sé. Tu cuerpo es un carnaval, yeah. Tus ojos trascendental, y tu espíritu natural. Me enamora con besos en el final, yeah. De África al tropical, nuestro amor es transnacional. Lo que tenemos presidencial, aquí la vista es
Told me that I
espectacular.
make her feel alive. I can see the goodness in your eyes. We can take a trip, just you and I. You got it. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Can't wait to show you off. Come out, I'm pulling up. Come out, I'm pulling up.
All right, I am back. This is the third and final look, and my God, it is gorgeous. So this shade, Citrine, it did not come to play. And I actually love the shade Lunar Haze also because it's like a light silvery purple. Oh my goodness. And then I went ahead and I popped Bronze Eclipse in the crease along with the shade that was Electrique. And then really went ahead and deepened it up with Nocturne. And I love the way this looks. Now, the shade that is Citrine was actually a 24 karat duochrome, and the shade is actually very smooth within itself. So I just see a little bit of duochrome action. I don't see any like big like shifts or anything like that, but I did want to go ahead and give it like that extra pop. So you did see me go in with my Artistry wand. This is the Intensifies by Pat McGrath that released with the Mothership 9 just about a month ago. But this palette is gorgeous. My first impressions after just doing 3 looks with this palette, it is gorgeous. I love the packaging. I'm still not keen on the ribbons, but I think like the ribbons hold better than they do with the Celestial Divinity. And I actually prefer the packaging of this palette better versus this one. And I'll tell you why, because with this palette, I like that you still have the black lacquer in it. It gives it a little bit more luxe experience, like how we have the 6-pan shadow palettes. And this one, it just, I mean, it's pretty, but it just lays a little flat. It's like, it's Pat McGrath, but it's kind of like cheapened a little bit down, but she kept the price point the same. And this one is definitely like more weightier than Celestial Divinity. Now, as far as both of the palettes, I think I actually like this one better. And the reason why is because although there are still a lot of pinks in here, and I love the color stories in here, don't get me wrong, but for me, because I'm such a Pat McGrath collector, these shades basically, except for the 4 repeats, and actually 2 of them I did not have because I know I did not have Rose Venus. I did not get that as an idol. And Corrupt Copper, I did not have that as an idol either. And so it's only really like 2 shades that are repeats in here for me. Now versus this particular palette, it's like, yes, this is wonderful. I love the color story, but I was fortunate enough to get the Star Wars palettes. So the only shades in here for me that were new were the 6 new shades in the middle. And let's face it, the ones in the middle were not the best shades in this palette. It was really about the Star Wars that were flanked on the sides. But overall, I feel like she really outdid herself with this packaging. It does feel weighty. It feels great. I can't stand how the sticker is on. It's not the sticker on the back. I can't stand how the names are inverted. It just is like, oh my gosh. But I think I have a hard time with that sometimes, even with the 6 pans. If I get the card kind of mixed up or turned the wrong way, it can be hard to read. I think you get a nice mirror with this. I did not take my sticker off of this, but it just reads luxe. It reads Pat McGrath, and I just really like it. And I feel like you can see visible color stories with this palette, because instantly when I saw this palette, I was like, I knew I wanted to do this and this together. And I feel like this and this is still going to be a vibe. This and this is going to be a vibe. The mattes in here were amazing. Like these velvet mattes were great. They definitely can pull deep. You can blend them out and share them out. Remember with Pat McGrath, you can use those satin shimmers in the crease to create extra dimension, which is beautiful as well. The 24 karat duochrome shades, I love them as well. And just like this citrine shade is amazing. I didn't use everything, but what I've used as far as the first impression, I've used all the mattes. I enjoyed all the mattes. even though these two still have pinkier tones, I definitely feel like this one, which is Saturn Sunset, does pull deeper than the shade Electrique. But you have some really great pops. I feel like it's still neutral enough where a lot of people are going to appreciate it. And then you get the pops of color that I have been dying for Pat McGrath. Now, I know we wish we could have had like a blue matte or a green matte, but I've just kind of wrapped my head around, I think in the last week or so, like that is just not something we're going to maybe expect from Pat McGrath. Like, I don't know. So I do have some ideas with this palette, so this is not going to be the last time you see it on my channel, but I just kind of think that we're not going to get those mattes that are blue, purple, you know. Well, we do have Purple Rain, which is technically a matte, but she's going to give it to us in the shimmers because, you know, a lot of the stuff she's using from the runway, so she's going to always give us stuff that we can kind of contour the eye with. But overall, I feel like this palette is just so freaking gorgeous. So I'm so glad to have my hands on it. It was such a big surprise to get it from the gentleman today from UPS. I mean, literally it was 7:30 on a Saturday, and I was just like, let me make sure now, let me make sure I'm not letting no weirdo in the building talking about you UPS, and this man really isn't UPS. You know how it is. So with all of that being said, let me know what was your favorite look. Oh, of course, this right here, I'm living for it with the green, and I also love the look with the turquoise, and then I love my deep smoky eye as well. So let me know what was your favorite look. Did you pick up the palette? Did you get your palette yet? This has just been such a joy. This video a big thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which will be very, very soon. And please subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. And with all of that being said, you already know how we end the videos around here. We hit it with the cheddar. Cheddar. Hey, 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 cheddar. Cheddar. All right, y'all. Bye.